Foods like instant noodles, sauces, and cooking oil could soon be graded according to how much sodium and saturated fat they contain. The Health Ministry says this system will be similar to Nutri-Grade labels for sugar and saturated fat in drinks. The announcement comes amid the release of a national population survey on health, which shows a rising rate of hypertension among people living in Singapore. Sabrina Ng with more.
How much salt goes into your favorite bowl of noodles? It's probably more than what you expect. The most recent National Nutrition Survey found that 9 in 10 Singapore residents are consuming almost twice the daily limit of sodium. And too much salt could lead to serious health consequences.
The prevalence of hypertension in Singapore is rising. I would say quite scarily, from 24% 5 years ago to 37% now. And that is all whole population. Amongst the seniors, is much, much higher. The prevalence of hyperlipidemia is also worryingly high, with about a third of Singapore residents having the condition. Both are significant risk factors for heart disease.
It's why the Health Ministry will implement a mandatory nutrition label for foods like packaged salts and seasoning. Products that have the highest amounts of sodium and saturated fats could be barred from advertising. This is a similar system to Nutri-Grade measures for sugar in drinks, which have seen positive results after its implementation in 2022. Total sugar intake has since dropped among Singapore residents. To tackle the salty issue, MOH and the Health Promotion Board engaged over 80 market leaders across the food supply chain on possible measures to lower sodium and saturated fat intake. Many are supportive of the grading system, but called for more time to reformulate their products.
For larger food manufacturers, they will have the resources to do it. Definitely they will spend some time on the development, adjusting their labels. But however, the concern would be probably the smaller food players. They might need help in terms of doing it, the resources, and probably some fundings will be needed.
For restaurants, HPB will focus on ramping up voluntary storefront labels to help customers identify stores that offer healthier options. And some F&B operators are already seeing demand pick up for these healthier options.
We also realized that our suppliers offers lower in sodium ingredients, and we decided to give it a try. Low sodium salt actually tastes exactly the same as normal salt, so the R&D required is very minimal. Additionally, we use extra spices and herbs to ensure that our dish tastes the same or even better.
HPB says it will conduct talks with the industry from next month till early next year. On the table are the nutrient thresholds of this grading system and how to ensure compliance from retailers. MOH says more details, such as when this labeling scheme will roll out, will be announced when ready.